Hey gamers, in this video I'm going to give some feedback on a character from Mutants and Masterminds that was submitted to me. Hey gamers, welcome back to Game Master's Dungeon. I'm Brian, your Game Master, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. One of you, my subscribers, had asked some questions about creating a certain character, and I gave you my thoughts, and you asked for some feedback on the character. And I took a look, and I took what you had, and I made a few edits on how I would do it, right? This is all my opinion. So I hope you're going to like this. This could be maybe a cool series that we could all do. You create characters and want some feedback, we can, I'll put it on here. We can talk about it, maybe get the creative juices flowing. But with that, let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll look at the original, and then we'll look at the edits that I've made, and see what you think. Right, gamers, so here we are. This is the original that was submitted to me. So the character's name is Rebecca Kirkland, okay? AKA Leatherwings. So this is it's based off of Man-Bat from DC Comics. The subscriber had asked how I would create the character, and I had some ideas. I just kind of spitballed through some ideas out. Honestly, I got this, and it looks really, really good from where it's at. Let's go ahead and just take a look here. So you've got your stats, right? You got 68 points in your abilities. You got Strength 5, Stamina 7, Agility 3, Dexterity 3, Fighting 7, and 4, Awareness and Presence 4. Okay. In your power section, you spent 22 points. This is also a power level 10 character, so we have 150 points to work with. You've got Regeneration of 5 for 5 points. You took Senses 9, so Extended, Ultra, and Accurate Hearing, Acute Scent, Extended, Infra, and Low Light Vision for 9 points. You took a feature for Internal Compartment for 1 point. Then you've got your Leatherwings form here. So it looks like you've made this a alternate form at a -2 because of the action required to make the transformation. So you've given flight of 6. So you basically have wings that allow you to fly, and it's subtle too. So you fly. It's quiet, doesn't make a lot of noise. So you can maintain your stealth. You have feature of insulating fur and iron stomach, and you took movement 2 with wall crawling. All right, all looks good. Advantages, so you put 13 points in advantages. So you got power attack, daze for intimidation, die hard, extraordinary effort, fast grab, great endurance, improved grab, improved initiative, improved hold, startle, takedown at rank 2, and fascinate pianist. So this character is a pianist, is a musician, instead of a scientist like the original character from the DC Comics is, which is kind of cool. I like that. So then we've got skills. We got acrobatics 5, athletics 5, close combat unarmed 4, expert pianist 7, intimidation 6, perception 10, persuasion 6, and stealth of 7. And then you've got the totals here off to the side, which is really good. 25 points in skills. And then offense, you've got initiative plus 7, and you've got unarmed at a plus 11 for 5 damage. Okay, and then your defenses, you've got dodge 10, parry 11, will 9, fortitude 7, toughness 8, right? Which is all looking pretty good for a power level 10 character. You're pretty close to meeting your thresholds for the maximums that you can have, which is pretty good. And then we get into the good stuff, the stuff that I like. So you got your fluff, your origin, motivation, complications, all that stuff. So fluff, so like I said, you based it off of Man-Bat, but instead of geneticist, you thought it would be interesting to have this child of the night be a pianist, which is cool. I like it. Biological, magical, origin is hereditary curse. The non-Leatherwings powers were present since early childhood. The Leatherwings came during adolescence. And then acceptance for your motivation. A few too many people spotted her. Now Leatherwings is a local cryptid. What Rebecca hopes to do is to perform acts of heroism in order to alleviate any worries the local populace might have. And then complications, you have identity, the new moon, and ultrasonic noise can force Rebecca to become Leatherwings. She also keeps the fact that she's Leatherwings close to the chest. Then you've got prejudiced reputation. Being a giant mutant, save for screeches, drills, and purrs, bipedal bat creature does help Leatherwings perform acts of heroism. And then you got some little clip art here, which is pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so this was the original character, right? All in all, I like it. It's great. I love your fluff section here. Okay, I love your little clip art. Right, so you got it on for your character sheet, so you can show people what the character would look like. It'd be cool if you can get like a picture of what the human form would look like. I don't know, to Google female pianists or whatever. Just use whatever, because obviously it'd be for personal use, for just in your game with your friends. So now we're gonna go and take a look at the sheet that I've prepared with some of the changes. Now, like I said, this is all going to be opinions. Now, I would let this play just as it is. It's great. It's well done. It's well thought out. I just would do things a little bit differently. I had to change a few points around, but we'll get to that here in just a second. All right, gamers. So here's my sheet. Now, you'll see that I've got a new character sheet. I was looking online for a new Mutants and Masterminds character sheet. That's a PDF fillable. And I came across this one. I'll put a link in the description box below of where I found it. So if you like this, you can go to the creator's spot, his website, or I think it was like his Google Drive or whatever that I got it from. I think he posted it on, I don't know, I want to say Reddit or something. I was just kind of perusing the Google, and I came across a link to this, and I downloaded it, used it. It looks great. I mean, it's a lot bigger, but it's got a bunch of charts and stuff here, and it's got more stuff that you can break down here. But we'll go over the character while we're going over what the sheet can do. All right, so our character name, so the Leatherwings, right? We stuck with that. Power level 10, 150 points. So abilities, so like I said, I had to make the changes that I wanted to make. I had to shave a few points here and there. But I'll go over why. But I mean, like, you look at most of it's pretty close to what we had in the original. Now, like I said several times, this is all my opinion. Right? It's nothing that there was anything wrong with the original. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was some great work. This is just kind of, if I was in the shoes, this is maybe kind of how I would do it, thinking back on some different ways to do it. So either way is going to be good. The original or this, take it as it is. All right, so we kept the stats mostly the same. I dropped a point in to save some points. I had to drop a point in presence. Kept all of the defenses. Okay, and what's great, like, this has a speed thing here, so you can put in your speed, like you're walking, you're flying, you're running, you're swimming, whatever. Movement per round and movement per hour, so you can have that all calculated right there, which is kind of cool. Plus, then it's got like what's cool about it, you look at like your damage and conditions. Say I take one, boom, my toughness bonus goes down, because every one of these you take reduces your toughness bonus by -1, so it's easier for you to get knocked out. So it's kind of cool. As you click those, it automatically tracks it for you. Then when you uncheck them, okay, you can check dazed, fatigued, which is kind of cool. And section for immunities and impervious. Skills, I think I kept pretty much all the skills the same. I might have shaved a few points here and there just to shave the points that I needed to fit it back into the 150. We still have the 7 initiative, okay? And then, like, you look here in this section, right? It's got like your hero points, and it's got your attack check. It's got all your little like defense and all this other stuff right here. Concealment and cover, which is kind of cool. It's right there readily at hand on this character sheet. All right, and you got your power section here. I like this because you can put the power, how many points, what level, descriptors, power effect, right? So we kept the regeneration 5, the 9 levels of senses, the 3 features. Flight, I reduced flight down to 5 because, so flight, I think flight 6 is like 100 miles an hour. That's pretty fast for wings. Plus, I needed to save just a few points. So I went with flight 5. So you still move 60 miles an hour, which is pretty fast with wings. And you move 900 feet per round because a round is 6 seconds. Okay? And you got your movement 2, your wall crawling, right? All the same. All your same advantages right here. Which is kind of cool because you can put the name and then you can type in the effect. I didn't type in the effect here. I just put the name because most of us know what they do. If not, you can consult your book for what each one does. And then you got like a section here for like resources, like reputation, wealth, all this other stuff. A whole section for equipment, which is kind of cool. It's all fillable. Complications. Now, the one thing with this sheet, like this doesn't work. So like say I just, if I just type it, hey all, right? And if you click out of the box, it disappears. But then if I click in the box, it reappears. Click out of the box, it disappears. So this section right now, from what doesn't work. So, but what I've done, so if you look under complications in the main rule book, I actually got it right here. Let me read it to you. So, page 28. So, like I said, I just have the original 3rd edition of the deluxe. But page 28 talks about other complications. There's identity. Heroes often maintain secret identities, creating various complications as they try to keep them secret. Dual identities can even go beyond mere disguises to actually transform into a different persona, creating complications around controlling that persona. Because if you look in the DC Adventures game that's based off of the Mutants and Masterminds system, they actually have Man-Bat in there. And I looked at that, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. So basically what I've done, so I put it right here. Okay, so this is like character details, right? Character's female. They didn't have like age and all this other stuff included, so I didn't fill that out because that's not for me to do. But what I did, I took that complication. So she's going to have a human form where she's going to have these stats. So in her human form, she'll have the following stats. She keeps the intellect 4, presence 3. She keeps fascinate pianist, expertise pianist, her full persuasion skill. She keeps regeneration, all the senses, and internal compartment, because it was stated in the original that just the Leatherwings form, like the flight, the insulating fur, and what was it? The sheet is long. And the wall crawling came in the Leatherwings form. So basically what's going to happen, so when you're playing this character, right, you're going to have, in your human form, you're going to have all of this stuff right here. So you're going to have most of your powers, minus your flying, your wall crawling, your insulating fur, and the other one. You'll have fascinate, expertise pianist, your full persuasion skill, intellect 4, presence 3, awareness 4. Excuse me. But then it says the new moon and ultrasonic noise can force her to transform into Leatherwings. So then if she transforms into Leatherwings, then you gain access to use the entirety of the sheet. Now this doesn't cost you any extra points. It's not, because originally I thought alternate form would be good. But then I looked at the Man-Bat, because this is how Man-Bat they created it in the DC book. But they really, like the human form of Man-Bat, they give it nothing. I think he has like his sciences skill or whatever, and his intellect, and he gets nothing else. But I kept the intellectual, social aspects of the character, and your piano stuff, so your expertise and your fascinate, and obviously then you would just use, you probably wouldn't have your defenses. So basically your defenses would just be whatever based off your normal stats. So the human form is going to be really, really weak. Just like Man-Bat's, what is it, Dr. Kirk something? I forget. I'm drawing a blank right now. If you guys remember, put it in the comments below. So basically, your human form is going to be really weak. But once you turn into the Leatherwings, you're going to get to use the entirety of the sheet. That's just an idea. Like I said, this is just an idea that I had. A cool way to play the character. Using complications to have the alternate identities. The Leatherwings form, human form. Without having to do the alternate form thing. But like I said, the original is totally fine. I find myself personally, this is a little more fluffy. It's a little more story based. It goes well with the story and everything that you've already created. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, there's even another whole section down here as well for minions in this sheet. You got all your references, so that the measurements table, which is really cool. This section here is really great for players to have handy, because there's a lot of charts and stuff that you have to reference, and then they're all right here. Okay? All right. Well, that's my version of Leatherwings. So let's just do a recap right quick. All right, gamers. So that was Leatherwings, created by one of you, my subscribers. You wanted some feedback. That's my feedback. So the original, great. Love it. A lot of thought, a lot of heart, spirit put into the character, which is what I love to see from characters that would be, say, in my games. And obviously, the creator took the time to come up with all that stuff as well and wanted some feedback. Now, my version of the character, it pays an homage to the original, but just kind of changes up how the mechanics of how it all works. And once again, this is all my opinion. Some of you might like it, some of you might not. Your thoughts, I would love that in the comments below. If you would like to maybe see more videos like this, if you have characters that you've created that you would maybe want some feedback and be, showcased on the channel here, that would be great. So I hope you liked that video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to support my channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you do, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get instant notifications when I upload new content. Also, I would love for you to join me over on Discord with some of my other subscribers. We're having some great conversations about games, maybe even talking about setting up some games that we will play together in various groups. So if you're interested in joining something like that, come over, join the conversation. Link will be in the description box below. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at GameMastersDone1 for updates on future content and stuff I'm doing in my gaming life. Plus, I would like to see what you guys are doing as well. You can put that over on Twitter, or you can put it down in the comments below. I want to see it either way. So, until I see you again in the dungeon, I'm Brian, your Game Master, and happy gaming.